Hi, I'm Kelly Williams from Red and White Realty, and today we're on another episode of Who's the Who and the 902. Today we're speaking with Susan Dworkin, music educator here in Wolfville. Welcome, Susan.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
Well, I'm very excited to hear all about you. So how long have you been in Wolfville, and have you always lived here?
I used to be in Montreal. I'm from Montreal originally.
Okay.
I moved here 28 and a half years ago. And I lived in Wolfville the whole time, and I started teaching privately and then at Educator University. And I have a private studio. I've been teaching for 33 years.
Great.
Yes.
Where did you go to school and what did you study?
I studied music my whole life. I took private piano lessons when I was a child, and then I graduated towards studying at school, after school, and then at college, university. I studied at McGill, and I studied at Cégep Saint-Laurent and Cégep Vanier-Sainte-Croix in Montreal. I've always studied music, and I always knew I was going to be a classical operatic singer and pianist.
Oh, cool. So have you ever sung professionally?
Oh, yes.
Oh,
I am a professional.
Oh, wow. Okay, so what sort of things have you done?
I have sung many recitals and concerts. I was the semi-finalist for the New York City Young Artist Competition in 2002. I sang at Carnegie Hall. I've sung with Ensemble Atlantica, which is a contemporary music ensemble. We did recordings. They're on Spotify.
Okay.
I have performed in operas. I produced my own operas, and I've also directed choir. I have, for 17 years, my students and I would perform on stage all over Nova Scotia. We did choir, concerts, and opera studio. We did Magic Flute, the Mozart's Marriage of Figaro. We did Dido and Aeneas, all kinds of operas, which gave the students an opportunity to excel in their art. And as a music educator, I've also offered many years of adult education, group voice classes. There was the Annapolis Valley Adult Continuing Education Series when the government funded this program, and I offered music for adults who couldn't normally afford music privately.
Oh, okay. That sounds really interesting. What are you doing now?
I am doing the same thing. I still teach full time. I teach voice and piano technique here.
Okay.
And I offer classes for students, not so much because of COVID, but I used to have group voice class.
Okay.
I will be getting back into that later on, probably in the summer. It's a question of finding the right venue, because now I used to squeeze 20 people into my studio, and that will never happen again with COVID being a reality, right?
Right.
So I will be doing group activities, and I'm going to be performing on June 17th here in Wolfville with Ria Kim, who is a pianist and accompanist at Dalhousie University.
Okay.
So we've been collaborating, and we're going to be doing a tour together as well.
Right. So where else besides Wolfville will the two of you be going?
We'll be going to Montreal,
Okay.
and we'll most likely, we're waiting for our funding to come through from the Canada Council for the Arts, and then we'll make a tour to PEI and New Brunswick. But we have to wait and see. It hasn't come through yet.
What kind of music is it opera and classical, or is there like pop and like that? Who's your audience?
I try to give people a sampling of everything. So I'm primarily a classical operatic singer, but I also do jazz crossover, popera. Think of Andrea Bocelli,
Okay.
those kind of pieces, or Il Divo, those kind of songs. I like to give the audience as wide a possible cross-section of song genres. So typically I'll start off with a classical program, opera, contemporary, spirituals, and then jazz, some Gershwin or jazz standards.
Okay.
And I often get the audience to participate with me and sing a song together. So it's fun.
Oh, that sounds very fun. Who are you looking for? What kind of student and ages are you hoping to attract?
Everybody.
Everybody. Okay.
I teach ages 5 to currently 84.
Wow.
I've had students who've been with me for 20 and 25 years. It's not about learning to sing as much as it is a therapeutic approach to life. They, the same way that you would, embark in a sport that you enjoy. It's a lifelong pursuit, and music is a lifelong pursuit. So I have people who come because they enjoy it and they get to participate in many different ways. I'll have students get together in duets and trios and quartets, and they get to know each other, so they build relationships within the studio. I've had students meet and get married in the choir. It's been
that's great.
Really nice. And other people form lifelong friendships over to 25 years that they've been involved in the studio, and it's been really, really nice. So I never audition my students, unlike other teachers who may prefer to do that. I feel I'm a music educator first, so I take all kinds. Anybody who has the desire to want to learn how to sing or how to play piano, all they have to do is show up, and I'll do the rest.
That's good, because some of us aren't.
Everybody can learn.
Some of us are really just shower singers, but hey, we give it a shot with our karaoke from time to time.
But you never know what's going to happen. Often people come in with a certain expectation, and then their expectations are so low, they don't realize that they've surpassed them months ago, and they're very pleasantly surprised that they're able to do this, and their skills build so easily. So it's, voice training and piano are a pedagogy. It's an academic pursuit like anything else, and if you apply yourself, you will learn. It doesn't matter. It has nothing to do with talent.
Okay. So I cannot read music at all. It has never been, I used to do adult cheerleading, and my daughter and I, on our way to cheerleading, I would try to get her to know when I'm supposed to start the routine, and she would say, "Okay, Mom, here you go," and then she'd go say, "Count it in," and I never got this 8-beat. So how about, is it easy to do without having to actually get this 8-beat and know when we're starting?
This is the whole point of music education. It's my job as the music educator to teach people how to read music, how to count, how to understand rhythm, how to read a score. And I teach everyone to read. Music literacy is very important, and many people learn music by rote.
Okay.
And what happens is they land up only reaching a certain level, because once they want to surpass this, they don't have the capacity to read a score or to join in with other people while reading a score or understanding keys. Where does my voice fit in a certain key?
Right.
So when they come for lessons, they learn to do all that. It's part of the well-rounded education anybody would receive in a music lesson.
Great. Can you please let everybody know how they can get in touch with you so that you can get some more students?
Well, I'm famous in Wolfville. I've been here teaching in Wolfville for 28 years, and all you have to do is go to my Facebook page. I have a music educator page, and you can call me. My number is very easy, 300-1001.
What's your Facebook page?
It's Susan Dworkin, Music Educator.
Okay.
So anybody can go there and find me, and you can send me a message. I have signs and posters around town every once in a while, but mostly people come to me by recommendation. So, after all this time, I don't really advertise very much, but I'm always interested in having new people join the studio. It's exciting for me as a teacher, and I really enjoy teaching people the culture of singing and piano.
Great. Well, thank you very much, Susan. I have enjoyed learning all about you and music, which is fantastic. I look forward to, I hope your tour goes really well.
Thank you.
In your different spots.
Me too.
That sounds really, really cool. If you know someone who'd like to be interviewed, please contact me. The goal for these interviews is to encourage everyone to shop local, to meet our local business people, and just learn about the community news and activities. Also, if you have any real estate news, or questions, please give me a call. Thanks.